how can I put it? I'm trying to get my CCNA. Let's first take it this way, right? So I got here in America, I say like 2020, and from the past 5 years, I was just trying to do entrepreneurship, right? Imagine I got here with nothing, basically came broke, basically. So for the past 5 years, I was trying to do entrepreneurship, and I failed a lot doing entrepreneurship, all the stuff, and I learned a lot. But the only thing I would say that I finally noticed, right, and I don't have a lot of money to invest in my own businesses. I don't know if you get it. So when I'm gonna find the money, right, is either keep grinding the business, but the thing is, imagine you go to work, right, you came back, you work on your business. Have to pay salary and you working like a regular job. It's not a good job, it's just a job that pay maybe $12 or $15. That's what I'm doing right now, right? And you also wanna start a business, you don't have enough capital, right, to basically put your own business. That's why I came up with the idea, why I know a lot about business, how to start it, all the stuff. The only thing I need is money to invest in marketing, right? But how I'm gonna find the money is either I learn a new skill that can give him more money, you know what I mean? Invest in a new skill that can give him more money is the only option. So I was going to college, right? But I only did my associate IT. Now, what I'm trying to do, I have a plan to basically get some certificate to add to my associate, right? To get some entry-level job in IT. So right now, I'm learning about CCNA. Once I get it, I'm gonna get some CompTIA security class and some cloud certificate, maybe AWS certificate. All right, just to build the resume and get a skill to be able to do that job, right? Right now, I'm also trying to get, how can I say, my bachelor and master in IT in WGU. It's an online university. So the idea is, it's not like you really need the, how can I say, those stuff like the certificate or the diploma to do those jobs, right? You can just learn it online, all the stuff. But society, right, they always want to have some sort of proof to know that, all right, you know what to do on the job, all the stuff. So you see how to go through all the process of getting the certificate and the diploma, just to prove that it's basically what you are doing. So that's what I'm doing right now, and let's see how it go. First, this month I'm only working on the CCNA, studying about it. Right now I'm on about Boston to learn about the CCNA stuff. I also study a little bit about the course, and let's see how it goes. I'm gonna keep updating this channel about what I'm doing. I don't know if I got my plan on the PC, but if I manage to come to your CCNA and some class certificate by the end of the year, I might get some entry-level job, and then next year I might work on other certificates and the CCNP if possible, right? The goal is to get a good capital, right? So I can save it now to invest in my business. Imagine I'm getting paid. All this stuff take time. I wish I have like a photo something memory where I can absorb a lot of information. We are so limited as a human, but I wish I can have, I don't know, a crazy memory. I can remember all this stuff in a day. I can pass all the stuff right now, but it's not the case. So all this stuff gonna take time. I don't know how long that's gonna take. That's the thing. Imagine it took me first 6 months. I get the 3 certificate, right? And get a job. That's like 6 months something, right? And then getting the master and the bachelor and the master can take maybe 1 or 2 years, right? And the CCNP, all this stuff can take like 3 year and a half. I'm 26 now, so we're thinking about maybe at 30, I'll probably maybe finish all those stuff, you know what I mean? But I'll probably get into IT in the next 6 months if I manage to study and then do study and get all those certificates. I don't know if you get it. But the thing is, I'm trying to get a better capital, right? And then to invest in my businesses. Most of the time, I'll be like a mobile app, like desktop app, other stuff, or web app. But I ain't trying to go to software development as a job, because if you look at the tech market, it's killing a lot of software engineers. If they want somebody in software engineering right now, it's just like you have to be a senior, you know what I mean? And a senior is just like a 8 to 10 year of experience to even get into the business or into that position. So for entry stuff, I prefer, that's why I'm going to IT. So that's about it. The thing is, I'm trying to build a good capital. So if I say I'm getting maybe 70K, that's just the bare minimum I'm thinking about right now. 70K a year, right? And manage to save like a 20K a year, right? Imagine I save like a 20K a year and invest in my business. Most of the thing, like I'm talking in terms of like building the app, I know how to build apps and deploy it in the market, but most of the money is just gonna go for marketing. You should think about it. Marketing, how I'm gonna promote the whole business on all the platform, right? Most of those money gonna go for content. You should think about it, right? Content. If I can't do the content myself, I'm gonna give the money to people who can do the content for me. I don't know if you get it. And then posting, because they have the skill to know how to make a good content for application, other stuff. That's why I'm giving them money. And then they make the content, I put on my socials, right? And then to promote my product. You see how business is easy? It's easy if you have skill and somebody can complement your skill. But I can't do all that because I don't have money. I don't know if you get it. Because I don't have money, I have to learn some different skill just to get the money to be able to accomplish my goal. See how life is kind of weird. It's just not like a straight line. You have to do some side quests before reaching your goal. It's annoying, right? Because I know it's just money and we basically the blockers right now just to build something great. Imagine I was like in maybe a middle class or a rich family, right? And I got a skill of building stuff, and then you ask your parent, all right, dad or mom, can you help me for 40K or 20K to start a business? And they say yes. I don't have to even go to the IT college or all the stuff I'm trying to do right now. All this stuff is shortcut because my parent don't give me that. I have to build it myself, you know what I mean? So I'll probably learn, let's say, a lot of stuff along the way. I can even find some stuff to solve for business in IT. You never know, right? But let's see how it goes. I'll probably talk about other stuff on YouTube. I'm not saying I'm gonna do it every time, but if I got time, and also I'm trying to use less social media as much as possible so I can use more all this time to study and then move faster. I'm trying, it's not easy because social media is just fun to use, but I'm trying not to use it too much and then I'm gonna cut it a little by little. Right now, the only social media I would say I'm using is X, because there's information right there. You can learn about what's going on in the world, all the stuff. That's why I'm using X. I barely use Instagram now. I barely use all the social media, Snapchat. I barely use it. So the only two social media I'm using right now is X. And right now there's some sort of money system going on X too, and YouTube. Those are the two social media I'm using right now. I truly hope this works, because if it works, that's great. Because imagine, right? You solve a real pain and you probably 20K on marketing, right? And then the return was 300K, right? Returning 300K. Let's say this is because it's the start, the return is 300k every 6 months, right? Just an example. You spend maybe 50k on expenses of the app, all the stuff, right? You still have like 250k. Maybe let's say maybe the 200k is for the business, and then 50k is your own profit. You see what I mean? You make a lot of money just by investing like 20k. You see what I mean? You just make a lot of money just by investing just a little amount of money. Right now, building apps is just so easy. You don't, if you're a moron, you can build app. You just have to know the right tool to use to build a good app. You know what I mean? It's just too easy. But if you have an idea, you want me to talk about something on the channel, I can talk about it. But right now, I'm just documenting what I'm doing, and that's about it. Alright, see you later. Peace.